As if the US markets need any other reason to have downward pressure on them. Well, thanks, China. You found a way to screw us again. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. The Hang Seng market on Monday fell 5%. So you have a way to trade the Hang Seng market. You have the Yang, YANG, which is a 3-time levered bear market in China. So as long as China's market is going down, you think it's going to continue to sell off, then this ETF will go up. So let me just bring it on the screen so we can talk about it. Here's the Yang. Can you see it was up close to 21% today? This is the one-day chart. Now you can see, although the Chinese market was closed when our markets were open, we already know the Chinese market was off 5%. It opened at 42.74, and then it dropped as low as $40. Why did it drop? I've got no clue. Are people crazy? The Chinese market's closed probably because they thought our market was going to have a decent day, because up until what time? 10:30 this morning, our markets were green, right? The NASDAQ reversed. It was like plus 50 points on Monday. The Dow was up 200, 350 points, going to 400 points. What happened? Well, they sold off the Dow. The Dow actually went minus 90 points before finishing the day flat on Monday, and tech again sold off and was down 260 points. So China's finding a way to screw us again. Now, they're not doing it on purpose. It's the uncertainty in the Chinese market, which is weighing on our market. Yes, we have Russia, Ukraine, then financial issues, then oil issues, right? And now COVID cases are spiking in New Zealand and China again. So we look at the market, and I will specifically talk about the SPY because I do this a lot. So at the floor, you know that you're at the bottom and it should go up. When you hit a ceiling, you know that there should be downward pressure. So let me tell you, and we'll use Monday as an example. I tell you guys, and the SPY moves by about 4 or 5 points. So I'm going to give you all the levels. So you've got 410. From 410, you want to add about 5 points, 415. Then you go 420. The next level, 424, 428, 433. So let me use that and tell you how it actually works. So you saw the SPY this morning opened at 420. What did it do? It pushed up to 424. It did not go higher than 424 and change. And then what happened? It sold off a little. So now it's hovering around 421. So you say to yourself, all right, the next floor is 420. If it goes up again to 424, I know it'll come back down. So it hit 420 and then it broke to the downside. When you break through a floor, right? Just imagine a floor here and you break through. What's going to happen? You're going to fall until you hit the next level of support, the next floor. You fall through the 5th floor, you're going to hit the 4th floor. Hole in the 4th floor, you're going to hit the 3rd floor. So the point is, we saw the SPY go from 424 to 420. From 420, the next step down is 415. You know what the SPY touched today? 415 and change. All right. So I think it closed at 417. Doesn't really matter where it opens in the morning. I try not to trade this SPY when it's in between certain levels. 422, what am I going to do? Nothing. 420, what am I going to do? Well, if I see it break down below 420, say like 418.70, then I know its next stop is probably 415. Now, say it breaks down through 415, it goes to 413.80. It's probably going to 410. Now, the same is true in a bullish market. Say we break 424 going to the north side. It's probably going to 427, 428. So these are things you look at. And then when it hits 428, you say, is it going higher or will there be a ceiling? The same way there was at 424. So another interesting thing, and I love to share facts with you guys. I was watching the Nigerian brothers today, John and Pete, right? And they're always analyzing options activity. So what options did John enter into on Monday? UVXY calls, meaning market is unstable, and SPY puts. So the SPY goes down, right? Tech goes down, Dow goes down, UVXY goes up. Now, he usually holds his trades for 2 to 3 weeks, which means the uncertainty in the market will likely last. Now, it doesn't mean the market's going to capitulate. And I'll tell you what I mean. There are certain industries that are getting a ton of support, and there are certain stocks that have no support. So I mentioned one stock, Google, which I got into today after it dropped pretty significantly. Why? Because long-term, I want to be in there. If you missed the video from Monday, watch it. It's 5 minutes. It tells you why I was looking at Google. Why I'm looking at Facebook. Facebook has a PE of 1362. Facebook's PE is generally, it's always been historically 20, 23, 30, 36, 40. It's down to 13, price over earnings. Meaning, if Facebook happens to outperform next quarter, you're getting an extremely cheap stock. Now, there are other stocks, also four-letter stocks, like Apple, right? I've heard Apple on the downside could retouch 145. Okay, we're not that far from it now. We're at 151. It went as high as 153, 154. It closed today at like 150 and change. Yes, there is still downward pressure on certain stocks, but I think that one has a limited downside. So what? It's going to go to 145 this week, 144. Great. You know where it's going to be in 2 to 3 weeks? Back above 150. So we're not trying to call the market bottom. We're just looking for good opportunities. Now, what other companies are doing well right now? You can look at defensive plays. I'll name 3. Northrop Grumman, Raytheon Technologies, and my good old favorite Lockheed Martin, LMT. Why? Germany just bought new jets. If Poland gives their jets to Ukraine, they're going to buy new jets. I mean, these are defensive plays, which means when the market is unstable and uncertain, you could park your money into these larger plays, defensive plays, because they have revenue coming in. They have books of business going out years. I've told you the limitations on the SPY, each level. That is what I look to trade. Now, if you're unsure of your next position, then you wait on the sidelines. There's no rush to enter. Remember that. It's about trading smart. It's about trading more efficiently, and it's about having patience. Now, if you feel you've learned some information in this video, check out the next video, and I guarantee you're going to learn more.